Welcome back. Day 4, The Devil's Candy. Here we go. The Devil's Candy was released in 2015, and it tells the story of a struggling painter possessed by dark forces after he and his young family move into their dream home in rural Texas in this creepy haunted house tale. I know people like to get on here and speak in dramatics about things and speak in hyperboles and everything like that, but what I'm about to say is 100% factual, and yes, I've had years to sit on it and think about it. The Devil's Candy is one of the best independent horror movies I have ever seen. The runtime is only an hour and 20 minutes, which, judging by today's standards, is a plus. I've noticed a real decline in runtime, and not that movies aren't being made longer, but because horror fans in general, especially as it gets closer to Halloween, really want shorter films to watch. Hour 20, hour 30 tops, but nothing over 2 hours. And this is perfect. It hits very hard and leaves absolutely no breathing room. The cinematography, specifically the composition, and the editing are all extremely well done. The editing specifically has this trance-inducing effect to it. It's kind of hard to put into words, but once you see the movie play out on screen, it makes a lot more sense. And one thing this film does so well is, and I don't know that I've seen this done before, maybe a couple times, but very briefly or slightly, I've never seen horror and heavy metal fused in a way that this film did it. The score is heavy metal infused, the imagery is heavy metal infused, and the strums of the guitar and the riffs, you feel it in your chest whenever it plays out on screen. I haven't seen Ethan Embry in much, especially as a lead, but this is easily my favorite performance from him. Every single time he's on screen, he looks more frantic and unsettled, and he just goes to these dark places. And watching him become undone over the course of this film was an experience and a half. Pruitt Taylor Vince is also someone who, you know his face, but you hardly put his name with it. This is also my favorite performance of his. But apart from that, there's really not much else I want to say about this film. Apart from the synopsis I read at the beginning of this video, please try and go into this one, if you decide to watch it, as blind as possible. I promise you, you are not going to expect what happens. And although some tropes that they use in here might be typical, everything feels so fresh. And if any films on this list you check out, I'm really pushing for this to be one of them. It's streaming right now on Tubi TV, which has commercials, so fuck that. It's streaming on Sling TV for free, and then it's also on Amazon Prime. I think if you just have the standard subscription for that, you should be good. But that will about do it for day 4. Stop back in for day 5 and the rest of the month, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.